Listen, it's very simple. I'll admit she didn't get raped if you'll admit that white guys are amazing in bed. Say it.
Come on. Come on, bring it.
Come on. I knew you wouldn't, you hateful son of a bitch.
Some white guys.
I just meant me. Well,
yeah, you.
Funny, folks. Now listen, damn it. A new safety program in Vero Beach, Florida is underway to put video cameras, GPS units, that's global positioning systems, and fingerprint reading sensors on school buses to keep track of students. Does anyone not like this idea? Fugelsang, you're very liberal. You probably hate this idea.
I think it's really great that we're fingerprinting infants now. Yeah, I think it's a riot.
Well, those infants are walking around blowing people's brains out, let's be honest.
In Florida? What are you talking about?
Florida's the biggest gun capital in the world.
Tell me why in Harlem,
tell me why
in parts of Brooklyn, you got to have a bake sale to buy textbooks post-Eisenhower era, but they can have CSI on a freaking school bus in Florida now.
Because post-Eisenhower era is when all those horrible textbooks came out. Before that, those were good books. That's what happened. I don't know, so you think, obviously, you just feel like it's bad.
What's the point?
Sucks.
Parents put kids on a bus to get away from them for a few hours.
But they are really giving some kids a nice beatdown lately on those videos they catch.
That's hot.
And they're not infants. I think if it's their safety, like, then what's the problem? I think it keeps them safe.
Grow it, it doesn't. I'll tell you what, the kids...
Grow it. What does that mean?
I mean, growing like the guys have to fight their way on the bus.
Thank you.
Tell them what, are you going to tell some horrible story about beating you guys?
What are we going to put barcodes on their, tattoo them on their forehead, shove the GPS up their ass? Kids need, they got to learn on their own,
Why are they fingerprinting kids to get on a school bus?
Yeah.
Where's the safety part come in?
Well, only because they're saying there's a lot of, I don't know, I didn't read the article.
It's to make sure that they're...
Exactly, but
I
exactly,
I
read the article, there's no reason for it.
Why can't the brother speak? Shut up.
He never rode a school bus.
What's the you're only mocking your people's outrage over nothing?
Yeah, that's exactly, our outrage is different than white people's outrage. It's like, because white people feel like their kids are safe from each other's kids.
Wait
a minute, what I'm saying is black children, except for this one, when something out of the ordinary happens to a white kid, like he gets beat up in the back of a bus.
Out of the ordinary?
Well, that's out of the ordinary. That's out of the ordinary for an average white kid.
Really?
To get beat up on the back of a school bus. As soon as some little white person do 18. As soon as some white kid gets beat up, then we talk about GPS. I used to get beat up every day. I know people got stabbed every other day.
So did I.
Where was the goddamn GPS? Stop trying to relate to me. I'm talking about the other white people, Colin. Not the Colin that's from Brooklyn, and you try to relate to both people. I'm talking about, like, John, he's a white guy.
I'm very white.
And Tom is a white guy.
No. I'm white.
You're relating to each other in color. You're not relating to each other in relation to how you grow up. Tom's a white dude. He's a white dude. So GPS seems like it's outrageous. The only time white people get really scared for their children is the Amber Alert thing, the kidnapping and all that stuff. They're not afraid of other white kids doing things to their children.
That was a long way of saying absolutely nothing, and I enjoyed it.
I'm telling you.
If you're gonna have cameras on a bus, I got no problem with that. You don't want your kid getting smacked in the head with a baseball bat? God bless you. But the fingerprinting people, it's a little bit creepy. They're fingerprinting children going on buses now.
Why is that creepy?
For your safety.
Why is that more creepy than cameras?
What are they doing? They're smuggling kids to school? What the hell is the conflict?
You're getting abducted, that's it. But if you get on the wrong bus...
Getting abducted off. So fingerprinting's going to keep some kid from getting abducted?
Yeah. When I was a kid, you'd get frisked getting on, and the guy would give you piggy front rides right after that. It was ugly. And then he had his own special fingerprinting thing.
I think I was in the same pastor, actually.
If they had fingerprinted some of those police, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Oh.
Nothing? Oh, damn it. Folks, you know what it is? I set the bar too high, then want to make a joke. The crowd's like, nah, Carl, you're better than that. Thanks, folks. Well, listen, let's talk about Krispy Kremes. That's what it is, John. I set the bar higher.
Childhood safety.
Well, Krispy Kremes in Palm Beach County are offering free donuts for every kid that gets an A on their report cards. So, of course, people are outraged. Because they're fat. People are going to be fat in this country. First of all, what are you supposed to do? Pretend to be poor like every other country? That's an insult to their real starvation.
No, I think it's great we're producing more fat nerds. I think it's great. But when this is like Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts are cocaine, okay? Krispy Kremes are crack. And this is how you get the kids hooked early. You give them a taste right away.
This whole audience is pissed at me right now because I'm a delicious Krispy Kreme. They're like that son of a bitch. They want to punch me for having this
Krispy Kreme's killed Elvis. I mean, like, you got to keep on getting new addicts all the time.
But don't you think we live in a country where nobody ever says, what's the big deal? Like this Krispy Kreme thing, let it ride. Who gives a damn? But they have to have a protest.
They do all the time.
Everything
Black
stinks.
people do all the time.
I don't care if they do it. It's all for my personal amusement.
Everybody.
I think a bunch of fat little students running around Florida is a laugh riot as far as I'm concerned.
But then they don't have to have the GPS on them anymore.
Exactly right. You can see it in face.
Follow the Krispy Kreme.
But who are they to commend A students when they can't even spell Krispy Kreme? There's no K.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Lynn, what do you think? That was a good one, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Lynn, let me ask you this. And Lynn, you used to be heavy, and don't bring up that I know what it feels like, because I used to be... What? You used to be kind of...
believe you said that.
Lynn was a fat. She used to be a fat white woman.
Lynn used to clock in at about 240. But listen, but you look gorgeous. But you look gorgeous.
Look at you with the Krispy Kreme juice all over your
I
mouth.
know I was a
saying
fat
that to
bastard.
me.
You said it to me. But you
I
should
did
be
not
happy.
say
You
it
were.
like
That's
that.
why I'm so surprised that she never been with a black guy. She used to be a big fat white woman, man, and still,
Jim.
and still has never ever.
It is amazing.
And never been with a black dude.
Because
You eating a donut.
all
They don't
these
care.
black dudes now, the young ones, they don't even like the big girls anymore. They like the skinny Jada Pinkett types. Mexicans, they're the only ones that really do appreciate the... You guys have changed. They're into that whole TLC look. Yeah.
We change it.
I like the way you clutch that pool
We'll be
stick
right
when you
back.
say that, Tom.
Comedians spend half their time on stage talking about men and women, and some of them will actually bring armpits into the discussion, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. Tonight, Nick DiPaolo and Lynn Koplitz are going head-to-head in a competition called How Well Do You Know the Opposite Sex? First, we're testing the men. Lynn knows the answers to this question, so Nick's going to guess. Okay, what 3 qualities do women look for most in a man? Nick, you got 15 seconds. Dun, dun, dun. Esther. I saw her at Bed Bath & Beyond with a rabbi. Oh, wait a minute, Nick. Hold on, folks. Okay, Nick. I'm sorry, Nick's getting there. What are you trying to do? I'm trying to blow out the roof. Okay, Nick, what do you think of the 3 qualities most women look for in a man?
They look for confidence, sense of humor, and a penis thicker than Hillary Clinton's ankles.
All right, Lynn, what's the correct answer?
Okay, I said an old geezer with a lot of money and no next of kin.
I got relatives, but go on.
Oxygen tank and fatal allergies.
She's not playing games, Lynn. All right,
Serious.
so far, that's no points, I guess. Nick, you got 0 points. Now it's the women's turn.
The
get
big
0
penis was
points.
good. The big penis was good.
The thick penis?
Yeah,
All right, so
that's
give him a point for the
No,
thick penis.
I didn't have money, you're right.
No, give
you're
him a thick
right.
penis.
All right, no, I get...
It's too late. I already gave the point. We can't mess around with this board. It's serious. A lot of technology.
Yeah, I can
Now
tell.
it's the woman's turn.
My turn.
Nick knows the answers. Lynn's going to guess. All right, what 3 things can a woman do to make her man happy?
Happy?
Happy.
Happy?
Happy?
Dun, 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 dun. Happy. This is kind of a swinging tune, don't you think? Nick, please, your answers, you're showing her the answers if she wanted to look over. Damn it.
Okay.
You know, I know it's a comedy
I
show,
don't know.
but cheating doesn't help. All right, Lynn, what 3 things can a woman do to make her man happy?
Knock out her teeth. Get it?
I get it.
Move, like, out of the country, because men love space.
Yes.
And, oh, I messed that up. Hold on. And don't eat, because guys hate fat chicks. If you're going to eat anything, just eat like your feelings, because the only thing guys hate more than fat chicks are fat chicks who like to talk.
Nick, I know you agree with those. What'd you say?
Perform oral sex on him, make him a sloppy Joe, and shut the up.
Okay.
I'm right.
2.
That's
2 points. Didn't you mean shut the fudge up?
Yeah, fudge up.
Lynn, you got 2 to 1. On to the final round. I have the correct answer to this question. Right here. What's the best way to spend a Saturday
I
night?
got 2 or she got 2?
She's got
I
2.
got 2.
Okay. Right.
He's scary even on a show, you know? You're like, oh,
Women are women.
Jesus. Go ahead.
oh, shut up. Ready? Go ahead.
What is it?
What's the best way to spend a Saturday night?
That's very violent.
It's not violent, but we did rehearse this goddamn thing, didn't we? Hey. All right. The best way to spend a Saturday night is, Lynn?
Okay, I'm giving up on men, so mine's with a hungry dog and peanut butter.
What? Nick!
I had the same thing. In a hot tub with 2 hookers at the Bellagio, recovering from what you did with 5 hookers at the MGM Grand on Friday night.
All right. Well, actually, you're both wrong. The best way to spend a Saturday night is getting while reading the Crate and Barrel catalog, while watching a Kung Fu Nora Ephron movie, and lying about what you really want from the other person, then falling into tortured and loathing sleep while she sobs next to you. And on that note, let's take a look at the final score. Men 1, women 2. We'll be right back.
You won.
You won. No, men 1, women 2. How are we doing well that you couldn't accept my answer? Think about that.
I mess with men all the time.
Folks, 2 real romantics who met in Walmart loved the store so much they decided that they're wedding there. If you had to get married in a place that means a lot to you, where would it be? And describe the ceremony. Patrice O'Neill.
I get married at one of those ultimate fighting cages during a match. I'll have Frank Shamrock as my best man, and every time I get ready to say I do, Frank would choke me unconscious for being stupid enough to get married. And if my fiance tries to wake me up, his brother Ken will come flying knee kicker right in the side of the temple, and we'll both spend our honeymoon in a coma.
All right. Tom Cotter.
Well, I already had my perfect wedding. It was the one my wife planned for us. Okay, enough of that crap. My ultimate wedding would be a Rastafarian service held in Fenway Park. My bride would be a dwarf mute and infomaniac gymnast with a trust fund. And all my groomsmen would have Down syndrome so that I look particularly fetching on my special day.
Okay. John Fugelsang.
First off, I love the Walmart story. It's the first time they've ever allowed a union in a Walmart. But I would love to get married right here in New York City tonight at the Republican National Convention, because these wonderful people that go to the convention seem to enjoy watching grown men make promises they don't intend to ever keep. The bridal party can knock back some 40s with my girl Jenna. Laura can give my mom some extra Xanax. And it'll be a great reception until the cops find out that our Michael Moore piñata is actually Michael Moore.
Okay. Lynn Koplitz.
Well, I would get married at an ex-boyfriend's house. We'd consummate the ceremony on his bed, and then we would leave him to sleep in our wet spot, and then I would walk out the next morning screaming, "Who's crazy now, mother?"
That's the show, folks. Good night.
Tonight, you said that being fat in this country is good for other countries to see. What exactly did you mean by that?
Well, I'm just saying that people saying, oh, we're such a fat nation of excess. If we have all the food and we don't eat it, it goes bad. All the other countries are like, you bastards, we're skinny because we have to be. You could be fat, try to be, enjoy it. It's like in the old days, people admired the king.